inside the parentheses or not? Can it just be on the left side of the R?
Doesn't matter. If you mean, did you do like -9 in parentheses, or did you do this? Is that what you mean?
No, I'm saying I did the negative, then the R, and then the 9 in parentheses.
That's okay.
Okay. Negative.
Yeah, that's okay. Okay, so let's look at an example here. Let's do 5x squared plus 24x plus 10 divided by x plus 4. Okay. So what do we do? Synthetic division. Yes, Rod.
You take the 4 and change it to a -4.
Yeah, we make it a -4. We put the -4 in the little corner. Okay. And then we're going to write down the coefficients. Coefficients are the numbers next to the variables. So we have 5, 24, 10. Those are our coefficients. Okay, and then we're going to draw a line across. What do we do now, Ethan? Yeah, bring the 5 down. Good. Bring the 5 down. Then we start a multiplication and addition series. So we're going to multiply -4 times 5, and we get -20. And then we add 24 plus -20 is 4. And then we multiply. -4 times 4 is -16. And we add and get -6. Okay, everybody familiar with that now? Okay, so you did it a zillion times on your homework, right? Okay, so now we've got to write the actual answer, the quotient, right? So these are the coefficients. We have to figure out what variable goes next to it. So I started with x to the second, so the answer is just going to be x to the first. And then the next one does not have an x, so that's just +4, and then plus -6 as the remainder. Okay, is that familiar? That's what we did last night for homework, and that's what we did on our quiz. Anybody have a question on that? Okay. Yes.
We don't have to put the 1, right? If we know.
Correct. You do not have to put the 1. Yes.
Would it be wrong if I put the R in the parentheses?
No. And it's not even an issue. I'm going to show you today that we're going to represent it differently. One more of these?
What is the R?
The remainder. R is the remainder.
It's like the last number that doesn't have it.
Mm-hmm.
Can we turn down the AC? It's 75 dash.
Turn down to 73.
I was going to ask you if you
Excuse me? Turn the fans on? I don't think we're going to do that. Everyone complains about it being too cold. Yep. I think it'll cool down. You'll be okay in a couple minutes. Okay. Okay, let's do 3x to the 5th minus 23x to the 4th plus 27x to the 3rd plus 22x squared minus 18x minus 26 divided by x minus 6. Okay. Okay, so what are we going to put in the corner?
6.
+6. Good. Okay, and now we're going to list the coefficients. So we have 3, -23, +27, +22, -18, -26. Okay. All right. We bring down the 3. And then we multiply 6 times 3. And we get 18. And then we add. So we get -5. Okay. And then we're going to multiply. And we get -30. And we add. And we get -3. And then we multiply and we get -18. And we add and get 4. And now we multiply and we get 24. And then we add and we get 6. And we multiply and we get 36. And we add and get 10. Okay? So now my answer to this division, my quotient, is, I'll write it down here, 3x to what power? 4. It's always 1 less than that, right? Now we have to do every exponent down. So the next one has to be to the third. So -5x to the third. Minus 3x to the second. Plus 4x to the first. You don't have to put the 1 there. So now I don't have any more x's left. So this is +6. That's called our constant. Plus the remainder of 10. Okay. Okay. Excuse me. So I told you when we started doing this that for now, we're going to leave the remainder like that. So now I'm going to show you how to represent that remainder the correct way. So before we do that, let's just look at some numbers, not polynomials. So let's say that I had 13 divided by 2. What does that equal? 6 1/2. 6 1/2. How'd you get that 1/2?
Because 13 can't be divided by
2 goes into 13 12 times. 6 times, right? Because 2 times 6 is 12. 2 times 6 equals 12. What was it? I heard it over here. With a remainder of 1. Okay. Okay, let's look at another one.
This right here?
Yes.
That's not a tough question. Do we have a flex period thing?
No.
No.
Wait, do we?
I think it's 33.
No, we don't. No. Okay, let's do 23 divided by 4. What does that equal? 5 with a remainder of 3, right? Because 5 times 4 equals 20, right? We've got a remainder of 3. How can we represent that in a fraction form?
5, 3, 5 and a third.
23 divided by 4. How could I put that as a fraction? 3/4. Right, 3/4. Okay, looking at these two problems, can you tell me in general how we write our answers using a fraction? Okay, this is called the divisor, right? I haven't been fussing over terminology because a lot of times that gets you confused, but now we really kind of have to have that term, right? That's called the divisor. The number we're dividing by is the divisor, okay? So let's look at another example. Let's do 22 divided by 5. What does that equal? 4, right? 5 times 4 is 20. What's my remainder? 2. So this would be, what is it? 2 over 5. Right? You put the remainder over the divisor. You put the remainder over the divisor. Let's do another one. Let's do 36. Oops. Sorry. Make it 35 divided by 3. How many times is 3 going to 35? Okay, 3 times 11 is 33. So that's 3. I'm sorry. 11. Why am I writing 3? That's 11 with a remainder of 2. So how do we write this as a fraction? 2 over 3. Okay, does everybody get that?
Oh, okay. So
Okay.
It's always the remainder of the divisor.
Yes, it's always the remainder over the divisor.
Sorry, I would not make
Okay, what's the question?
No, like I learned this in like 5th grade.
Yes, we did. We're just reminding you of it. Okay. Okay. What we're doing, so many times in upper level math, we make things sound so complicated, right? What we're doing is we're taking the division and we're representing it. Listen, because on your test, it's going to be like this, right? We're representing it as a quotient. Q of x stands for quotient. Now, what's a quotient? The answer to a division problem. The quotient plus the remainder over the divisor. Okay, this is one of those things. Now that I'm showing you this, you'll see it and you'll be like, oh, that's what it means. Every once in a while on a standardized test or an SAT or something, you'll have a problem where they'll ask you to divide a polynomial like this, and they'll say, represent your answer in this form. And that's one of those things where you're like, you have no idea what they're actually asking you to do. So you end up skipping it, but you do actually know how to do it. It's just because of the way they phrase it, it gets confusing, right? What this means is represent your answer as the quotient, right? Here's the quotient for the answer plus the remainder over the divisor, okay? Let's go back up and look at this polynomial up here. Okay. We got as an answer 3x to the 4th minus 5x to the 3rd minus 3x squared plus 4x plus 6 plus, now we're going to represent our remainder as a fraction. So the remainder was 10. What's the divisor in this problem? We're dividing by x minus 6. That's the divisor. So we're going to put it over x minus 6. Okay, this is the divisor. That's our final answer. Yes.
Well, you did say that we were going to learn how to actually do how to write it.
How to write it correctly. So this was our temporary way of writing it, because I thought doing this when we first learned it would have been too much. Right? Take baby steps so that we can be confident in what we're doing. Okay. Let's look at this answer up here, right? What did we get when we did this division? We got, here's my answer there, 5x plus 4, and then what? I'm going to say plus negative 6 over x plus 4. That's our answer. Okay, let's look at another one. Let's do 11x to the 3rd minus 25x squared plus 17x minus 30 divided by x minus 2. Okay, what are we dividing by? What's going in the corner? 2. So we have 11, negative 25, 17, negative 30. Okay, and we're going to bring this number down. So I have 11. And then 2 times 11 is 22. And then we're going to add, so we get negative 3. 2 times negative 3 is negative 6. And then we'll add 17 plus negative 6 is 11. 2 times 11 is 22. And then we add and we get negative 8. Okay, so what's our answer? Ethan,
8, like going to write the remainder thing.
the whole answer.
Alright. 11 x to the second minus 3x plus 11 remainder negative 8 over x minus 2.
Okay, so we're going to write that as negative plus negative 8 over x minus 2. Excellent.
Oh
Excellent. Which part? The whole thing or the remainder? This is our remainder, right? So we put it over the divisor. So it's over that. That's how you're going to write it every time. That's the correct way of writing it. And the reason we do plus, I'll answer your question in just a minute. Let's go back up here to the actual numbers that we worked with, right? If I have, actually, can somebody read this number to me? Wyatt, would you read that number to me?
4 and 2
Say it again.
4 and 2 fifths.
Okay, what's the second word you just said?
Fifths.
That was the last word you said.
2.
Say it again. 4 and 2 fifths, right? 4 and what does and mean in math? Add. 4 and 2 fifths, right? So this is 4 plus 2 fifths. And that's how we're writing it here. We're using the plus. Okay?
So you don't plus R, you go to that, you just plus that.
Right. We do plus. So in other words, if I were to go the other way, right? So if we wanted to check ourselves here, what did we do? 5 times 4 got us 20, and then we added the remainder, and that got us 22, right? That was what we were dividing. So if I wanted to check this, I would take this part without the remainder times x minus 2. Okay, and then I'd add the remainder. Let me go back up here to the shorter one and show you how that'll work. All right. So if I take when I divide it by x plus 4, I got 5x plus 4. If I take x plus 4 times 5x plus 4, right, I'm going to FOIL that. 5x squared plus 4x plus 20x plus 16. So I get 5x squared plus 24x plus 16. Did that work? When I divide by x plus 4, I got 5x plus 4 plus a remainder. So when I checked it, did it work? Like, what should this have equaled? 10. So how do I get it to equal 10? Add that remainder in there, plus negative 6. Now it equals 5x squared plus 24x plus 10, which is what it should equal. Okay, so we add the remainder back. Okay, I'm going to do one more because then we're having a quiz.
On this right now?
Yes. Yes, Kim.
So when you did like the remainder, you know how like we flip the can you go down? Or no. Yeah, can you go down? You know how it's like x minus 6 right there?
Mhm.
And then do a positive 6. But we put it back to the original negative 6.
Yes, you always base it off of the divisor the way it's written like this. Okay. Okay, let's do another one.
Take a quick right now.
Let's do,
So the quiz is literally the same thing, but just writing it right.
yeah. Okay, let's do 3x to the fourth minus 6x to the third plus 2x squared plus 8x plus 7 divided by x plus 1. Okay? Really quick. Really quick. Okay, everybody should be doing this. Everybody should be doing it. I'm going to give you like 2 minutes and that's it. Okay. So what are we going to put in the corner? -1. Good. Right? And we've got 3, -6, 2, 8, 7. Bringing down our 3. And we multiply and add and multiply and add and multiply and add and multiply and add. We good? Okay, so that means our quotient, our answer is 3x to the third minus 9x squared plus 11x minus 3 plus 10 over x plus 1. That's the answer. Okay, it's easy now, right?
Let's take this quiz.
Yeah, we've got a quiz right now. Everybody put your books away. Everybody books away, pencil out.
That's where I use the pen.